What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Hot Toys Veteran. I believe is episode 7. Exciting news today. I'm very excited about them because I had a big, well, not a big part, but I was, I would like to think that I was one of the first ones to call this thing. Um, but I want to get into that a little bit later. I wanna finish off where we left off with the upcoming figures on Sideshow. We never finished going through all of them. It was like a page and a half. I did almost an entire page. I got 2 items left on one page, and then I have a few on the second page. Let me see who's in here right now. Bob Dylan, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Benjamin, what's up, man? So yeah, I'm very excited about today, but I'm gonna get right into it so we could get started. Let me share the screen. All right, so this thing again, you guys should know by now what I think about these vehicles. Very cool, very cool figures. William, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. Really cool vehicles. Again, super big, take up a lot of room. I again think that Hot Toys does this to show Jazz Inc. or to kind of deter them from doing stuff like this because it'll make people obviously wait for Hot Toys to make it instead of going with Jazz Inc.'s vehicles. So I think this is why they do this. Again, will they ever come out with this? Who knows? Nobody really knows about this because they're not, especially with Star Wars vehicles. I don't think they've ever made one until recently, which was, the speeder bikes that they've been coming out with. Besides that, they've never, they've teased the Millennium Falcon years ago with Han and stuff, and Luke, I believe, and Princess Leia and Chewie. They never did that. The cockpit, I mean. So, I don't know where they do this. Again, I think now at this point, teasing all these huge spaceships that they've been doing, I think it's just to scare Jazz Inc. a little bit. But are they really going to come out with them? I don't know. I'm assuming people would love them too. I don't see why people wouldn't want to own these things. I don't think a lot of people will buy them. I think a lot of people will buy them just to say, I got one, open them, take pictures, and then put them back on the market because it's kind of difficult. A lot of people don't have space for these things, these massive things. So I don't know how that would work with people really starting to collect these vehicles like that. But again, if you got the room and you got the money, that's awesome because they're going to look amazing in any collection. You could fit, look at that. You could do R2 in there. Talia, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. Being able to have Anakin in there. Look at that thing. That thing is awesome. And if you look at, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, I just noticed it right now. Look at the circle here. It's like the TIE Fighter screen, windshield type thing. So that's kind of cool. I never noticed that until right now. So again, really cool vehicle. Thing is humongous. Where, who's really going to have, room to display this nicely? Unless now with the module cases, it makes it. I would think that they would be able to fit in those things. That would be really nice to have, specific module cases for each vehicle. That would be amazing. But again, how big are these things? Who knows? But that would be really cool. The next figure is something that I think would be very popular, just because, it won't take a lot of room at all. Everybody loves these droids. I don't see why, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like it. I don't want it. Even if it's just to have the droid in their collection, because again, they don't take up a lot of space. They're really nice looking. If you got R2, you could display any other droid next to it. Looks really nice. So that's, that I don't think these little items like these, little figures like these are a problem. They shouldn't be a problem because, everybody has room for this. And again, it's a droid. Everybody loves droids. So that's really cool. Different design than R2. So to have them all, I forget which one I have. I got the BB-8 I got the orange one. I forget what the black one was called. And then what else do I have? I have I have the black and copper one. I forget the name of that one too. But I bought that. It's a Sideshow brand one. Really crappy, flimsy. The panels started just, I guess the glue wore off. So the doors, the little panel doors just fall off. It's annoying, but that's what you get from Sideshow. Again, this is that very, very old figure too, so it's not even like I could blame them. It's, it happens. And then let's go to the next page because I'm really excited to get to the news. Here we got another droid. I'm not getting to the droid. Another clone trooper. These, I think, they're never going to stop making these. There's so many troopers to make. This is, this is, again, a little different. This is really nice. Everybody loves clones, especially right now. They're super hot, so everybody's going to want a clone just to be able to either army build or just to have. I would get just one of these unless it comes with some type of head sculpt, which I doubt because it doesn't look like it would. Unless, they'll add it at the end for whatever reason, but these are always nice. You can't go wrong with a clone. Padme, we know she's coming. There is absolutely no way that she's not going to be released. Just impossible. I think so. I don't know if this is true. Maybe you guys in the chat can let me know. I just found out. Somebody told me. I forget who told me that apparently on at Comic-Con, Sideshow is going to have a virtual booth and they're not really going to be there. I don't know if that's true. I hope it's not true. But because it's going to be my first year going. I'm going on Thursday and I'm going on Saturday. So I would hope that they have a full display out because that's what I want to see. Let's see what Bob Dylan's I'll be retired, but no, she's coming. She's that second wave of thrills. That's what she'll be. You're gonna have what's his name? Kit Fisto. You're gonna have all these guys. You're gonna have them all together, guaranteed. Sticking with the clone, because there's so many. You know what I mean? They could give you tons and tons and tons, and just give you different little colors and designs and here and there. It's always going to be a clone, so that's the thing. And the fact that you could get, you could do multiples and stuff. They know that, so they could constantly keep giving you clones no matter what. But Padme's coming. This is so old. Big Dog. Woo! What's going on, man? Thanks for coming. Robin, thanks for being here, my friend. So there's no way that she's not coming. This figure was done, so long ago, this tease. Look at the hand. You could tell it's not even, a quality of hand that you would get now for a figure. So all of this is going to be updated. The body. Look, you could even, like the neck here. I don't know if you guys could see the pointer. Look at that huge, like, thick gap that you see. The material is so thick. They could fix that, make it so much better. So this is how old this is. The head sculpt. Now that you saw what's her name? Natalie Portman's head sculpt for the Thor figure. This is gonna be updated, way better. More detail, because this, believe it or not, this is what her face looks like right now for the prototype. Obviously, they didn't fully show it yet, but you can kind of see it's like kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? So I think this is going to be updated 100%, and it has to be because it was that old. Same thing with the recent announcement with Cop Vanth. We knew that he was coming, but no head sculpt, and now we finally got the head sculpt, and that thing is beautiful. These things too, I don't know what happened to these. They were supposed to, I'm assuming that they were supposed to make all of them, and they just stopped at Tony Stark. I saw a bunch of people making these, customs. They made a War Machine, which was awesome, with this suit. Somebody made a Black Widow. They made this one. They made, the Tony came out. So I think they made a Hawkeye. Somebody actually painted a Hulk as well, which was really, really cool. I don't remember who did that, but I saw that picture months ago. Again, and the person had them all displayed. So that's really, really cool to be able to see. But again, I don't know what happened to this whole line. Because I have a feeling they would sell. I don't think a lot of people would buy, but they would sell for those. Like, for example, I would buy them all. I have to buy them all because I already have Tony, you know what I mean? And I think it would be really nice to have them all. Here's Kid Fisto. I think I already went over those. These Spider-Man suits. I don't think. I mean, I don't even think you have to be a Spider-Man fan to really appreciate these suits. All of them. I think all of them look really, really nice. They're all completely different. This one's really cool. I don't know if you guys play the game. The game is so much fun. The Spider-Man game is so much fun. The Miles Morales game is super fun as well, but I feel like it was a lot shorter playtime than the Spider-Man 4 game. But again, these suits, I feel like you can never get enough. They're all really, really nice. They all got different features, different looks. So again, really, really cool suits. These let me see. These pods to display the spot, they're really, really nice. Let me see what William's saying. Team Suit Tony is a bargain. Yes, I don't know, but that was because of the fact that they never announced any of the other ones. So people were like, oh, forget it. And a lot of people, I feel like they didn't even want him anyway. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, they're going to start this line. So they didn't even bother getting him for that reason because they knew that they were going to have to get them all. So I think that's what happened. But I don't know why they stopped. I think they should have just kept going because I think they would have sold. At least decently they would have sold. These things here, they look really cool. But for the price, they're usually like about $200 and something or $100, almost about $200 for these things. And I don't think I never bought one. Even for Iron Man, I wanted the Hall of Armor, the one with because you could buy one, you could buy 3, and then you could buy 7. And I wanted the 7-pack, but it was so much money. I was like, hell no. Off topic, what's your thoughts on Neon Tech War Machine? Oh, I have it. That thing is beautiful. Any Mark 1 War Machine is just a badass body style for Iron Man. So really, really cool. Really nice. The color, I think it's the orange one. Yeah, because the Mark 6 is the yellow. So I love the figure. I love all the Neon Techs. But specifically the Mark 1 War Machine because of that massive, very, very heavy duty looking tank body armor. So that's why I really like that Mark 1 War Machine. They have so $50 off. That's a steal. That's awesome. If you like it, why not? There you go. You got a huge deal right there. But it looks really nice with the rest of them. That's why I have all of them. So I really like that. Specifically though, like I said, the Mark 1. But these things here, again, they look really cool. Really, really cool to put any figure, any Spider-Man, any Iron Man in them. But again, I don't think they're worth the price for me. You could, and the thing is, you could get so many. You know what I mean? Specifically, for example, you have a nice, let's say you get a module case, right? And you could have regular, whether it's Tom Holland, whether it's Tobey Maguire, whether it's Andrew Garfield, just as as a Spider-Man with regular clothes on, and you have a bunch of these in the background, okay? And you have all the different Spider-Man suits, whether it's VGM from the VGM line, whether it's from the movies, from Tobey Maguire's movie, from Andrew Garfield's movie, from Tom Holland, and you have them all in the back behind them. Do you know how sick that's going to look? Amazing. That's going to look incredible. And people do stuff like that. I know somebody, well, I don't know them personally, but I've seen on Instagram, the guy has the entire House Party Protocol Iron Man 3 marks, right? He has them in the Hall of Armors, all stacked up. So he's got, I think, three or four rows of Hall of Armors stacked up with every single Iron Man inside. Do you know how incredible that looks? That looks amazing. I never even got any of them because I knew that once I got the Iron Man 3 marks, I was going to want them all in there. I ended up not even getting one because I knew where that was going. And I got the little ones. I got the miniature ones. I got all of those. And they still take up a lot of room. So I kind of regret getting those. But the 1/6 scale, I wish I had all of those because they look amazing. Amazing. So you could do the same thing with these. You could, I don't know if you could stack them, but if you put them next to each other, just as like a, like a Spider-Man armory type of thing, they would look incredible. But again, I don't think for the price, they're very expensive. They may be worth it, but not to me. Not to me at all. But again, really, really cool. Because you could fit, you could just put anything in there. And it'll be really nice. So this guy from Captain Marvel, I think they should have made all these guys from that movie. The fact that we only got her from the movie, kind of depressing. I get it. The movie didn't do well. The figures didn't sell well at all. I think that's one of the still, even the deluxe version, the exclusive with the brown jacket. I think it's still one of the cheaper figures still on I don't know if it's still available on Sideshow. I think it may be actually. So again, I feel like if they would have added more to the line, because I think that affects the line as well. I think when you do just one figure for a line, I feel like, obviously depending on what it is, it'll affect that. I think it'll help sales when you have when you know that a movie's coming out, and then you'll have a second figure from that same movie, tease or announce before the first movie is announced, before the first figure is released. You'll have people more interested in buying the figures. And so they sell better that way, because once the first one's out, for sale, for shipping, then I feel like people get more excited. Oh, I can't wait for the second one now. And so I think that's what happened. They announced this, they teased this, but they never put it up for pre-order. So can they still come? Absolutely. Because we know that I keep saying Sideshow. Hot Toys will show you something and then years later release it for whatever, whether it's an anniversary or just for whatever reason. So there's still hope for this. If they come out, I would definitely get it. Right now I have two of her displayed. I bought 3 or 4 of Captain Marvel figures, deluxe. And I ended up, I bought 3. So I displayed 2, one with the brown jacket with her regular head, one with the battle head with the light up mohawk, and the special effects that came with the exclusive. And I was going to display all 3, but I was like, that's a waste. Just because, again, we didn't get anything else. So I was like, if I have all 3, I might as well just use, the regular hair mohawk, then the light up mohawk, and then her regular head sculpt. But I only did 2 because I was like, that'll be, overkill. But this figure is really cool, really nice. The color, I really like the colors. So hopefully, eventually, they'll still come out with that. This figure, I think everybody's been waiting for her. Mantis has been, it's been one of the figures that a lot of people want in their collection because she's been in so many movies already that I think it's about time. And even in the Thor movie just now, I don't know if you guys remember, she had this like center, like forehead, like crown piece here. It's like some type of, it looked like a Wonder Woman thing, but it was like metal. And so, again, I don't know why they would tease her and not make her. Again, maybe I'm going to assume that maybe because she has no accessories. You know what I mean? All they could have given you was the light up antenna tips right here. Those tips would have lit up, and that would have been it. So to give you a figure with hands and nothing else, I think maybe that's what they tried to avoid. But I feel like they've done that before. You know what I mean? I think for the Eternals, I think besides that little effect, what's his name? The big guy. Oh God, I forget his name. If anybody in the chat remembers, what the hell is his name? He only comes with hands, I believe. What's her name? Angelina Jolie has the shield. She's got the sword, and she's got something else. But oh my god, what the hell is his name? I can't think of his name. The Asian guy. Anyway, he only comes with hands, I believe. And so I don't know why. Again, I think she's more popular than him. Gilgamesh, that's his name, Gilgamesh. I think that she's more popular than him. She's been in a lot more things than he has. So I think they would have made her. I think they would have made money with her. I ended up having to buy one of those kits. I forget the name. What are they called? These kits? They give you the clothing. You get Gilgamesh, Bob. They give you the clothing. You buy the body separately, and it comes with the head as well. I forget what the hell are the names. When you got to buy these Fisto bodies, which I can't stand. But yeah, I bought her like that, and then she comes with a lot of hair. A lot of people, I noticed that a lot of people, or a few people at least, cut her hair to make it look like in the picture, because in the kit she just has, it's supposed to look like this, but it's not. She's got more hair. She's got the green highlights as well in the hair, which is really cool. But I'm surprised they never made this figure. I have a feeling eventually she'll show up. She has to. She deserves it. Again, this thing, the portal from Endgame, that's, really, really, look, you got Tony back there, you got him. I think they should have definitely made at least, the normal figures. I think War Machine would have been an easy one. You give them, regular War Machine, armor, and then just paint them, which is what somebody else did. So I think they should have made the basic ones. Hawkeye. They should have made Captain America. They did Tony. They should have made Black Widow. I think that would have been an easy figure to make. All you have to do is get her suit, her regular Black Widow suit, and just paint it, and whether you want to pad it or design a little bit. So I think these all would have been easy figures. Who else they could have made from that? A Thor would have been an easy figure to make. What's her name? Nebula, I think, would have been an easy. So all those, I think all those figures should have been made. Robin says Joker 6s. What about it? Oh yes, that's another one they teased. Again, a long time ago, and they never made it. And so I forget who it was. Third party customizer made it, and it looks really, really cool. Tuli, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. So yeah, that Romero, I forget his first name, but Romero's figure should have been made. And then War Machine, see, here's another one. Exactly what I just said. You get his regular War Machine armor and you paint it, and there's your team suit figure. So I think Hot Toys gets too ahead of themselves just to, again, keep people from constantly just pre-ordering that. I think sometimes they just say, you know what, screw it, we're not even going to bother with this and just keep going forward. But again, that happens sometimes, and sometimes they go backwards, and we're like, what the hell? Like, where did this come from? So, that's always a possibility as well, that this may show up eventually. I hope they do, because I want them all, And then this one just popped up out of nowhere. It became the first one. A lot of people, I know for a fact, are waiting for this. This was another figure that I remember calling when they announced the what do you call it? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield. First, I said, there's no way they're not going to give you the No Way Home Spider-Man. I said, absolutely coming. I said, 100% coming. A lot of people are like, no, I don't think so. They're giving you this because of the license, blah, blah, blah. I said, it has nothing to do with license. I said, the fact that they were in the movie already, Hot Toys has no issue with license, number one. Number two, there is no way that they're going to miss out on the opportunity of having all three Spider-Mans from that movie as a figure, period. So I remember, and you guys can go back and look at the old streams that I used to be on when they would talk about this figure when it was announced, and you'll hear me say it on there. This figure was coming with the brand of Spider-Man No Way Home because it had to. Cesar Romero, yeah, it would have been probably the somebody. It might have been even G Wiz. I don't think it was Talis. I think it was G Wiz maybe, but it came out really really nice, and I still see them. Somebody posted their 1966 Batmobile that just was started shipping from Jazz Inc. and he had them all. Oh man, so cool! He had the Riddler, he had the Joker, he had Batman Robin from Hot Toys. I think he had the Penguin as well. But they look so sick. They all look really, really nice. I wish Hot Toys made them. Thule, thank you, my friend. Dog Pound, Talia, Thule. Yes, and let's go. So this figure, it was definitely one of the figures that I knew was going to come 100%. They're not going to give you Tobey Maguire because I think that's what happened. They announced Tobey, and then they announced the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew. And I was like, there is no way. People were like, oh no, this is all we're getting. But I was like, absolutely not. There's no way. They're going to make money off of both of them. Absolutely. That's why this is not out yet for pre-order. But you better believe that it had to come. There was no way. And it's easy money for them to give you two figures because who's not going to buy both? Maybe some, but I know I'm going to get both. I have 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man, and I have 1 of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I wish I had 2 of them. So now here's my second. So I'm definitely getting both. So it's really cool. And now for the big news. Excuse me. So this is, let me see. Am I the only one who thinks for brother? Well, we're about to get into that. Let's see. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm so excited for this because, again, it was figures that as soon as the show started and they were on screen, I said they're all coming immediately. Again, thank you, Big Dog. Thank you, Robin. As soon as they came out, the show came out, I said we're getting all of them. And again, you could go back to the streams and you'll hear me. I'm pretty sure I was the first one to mention that. Look at this thing. Again, the reason why I said that they were coming is because of this. Yes, we know that Hot Toys, like we just talked about, the team suit figures, right? They could have made all of them, but they chose not to, right? It doesn't mean that they're not coming. They just stopped making them. Something so iconic as this, right? This whole crew is supposed to be so meaningful on the show, you know? Yeah, they look amazing. Yeah, no, he looks badass. He looks mean as hell. So the fact that you have, they had announced him, they announced her. There was absolutely no, and again, Hot Toys could have done this. I'm just saying, as a let's say, for example, Hot Toys was my company, right? And again, going back to not making the entire team suit line, I think this is a little different. Number one, it's Star Wars, okay? So it's a completely different level of popularity. Number two, the team, it's only 4 figures. The team suit items were like 7 or 8, whatever amount it was. So I understand it, in that aspect of maybe they didn't want to make, an extra 7 figures that wouldn't have sold maybe because not everybody was going to buy them. But now this is only 4. You know what I mean? 3 brothers. Yeah, exactly. Yep. He looks like Kung Lao. So, it's 4 figures. They could have stopped at these 2, right? Because at the end of the day, they were the main ones, these 2. But because they were so iconic and part of, even the fourth sister. She wasn't on there, much at all, but she was part of the group. So she had to be in. And he was even more involved than she was, so there was no way that they were going to miss out on making the fourth. It's impossible. It's impossible because they, like I said, they're so iconic. They were such a big part of the show. And again, once you have these two, there's no way that they're going to miss out and say, you know what, we're not doing this. No way. I wish I could zoom in this. Oh yeah, I can. Look at this. Look at this thing. How amazing. Number one, we saw her. She looks incredible. He looks incredible. He looks like Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat. This guy, I don't know if you guys could see, but this guy looks amazing. This guy is, he even on the show, his attitude, his voice, he just sounded like he was such an angry, like, very, very stern, very like tough character. I was like, man, that guy's badass. And then, even though you can make fun of that hat because it looks like he has a walk on his head, I think that makes him look really, really cool. So the outfits, again, all those outfits light up. He's got the light up features here on the belt. He's got to have it on the chest and also on the belt. I don't know where the hell she's going to light up. Maybe these little things here and there. But I think out of all four, I think he's my favorite. Then it goes him, then her, and then her. Flawless victory. Yeah, exactly. So, again, really, really cool figure. It's a crazy announcement because a lot of people, like I said, didn't even expect it. And the way I look at things is like I have to make sense for them to be able to say, they're coming, because a lot of things don't make sense for them to be made. So I'll say, I doubt it's coming. If it comes, I'll be shocked. But this I knew. This was like a no-brainer. These characters should have been some kind of... Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's just, they look so, they're just so different. They're so nice. Look at that. And then look at her face. Look at her face. How sick is that? The detail on her face, you get all the markings. You get the eyes. She's got the turtleneck. Look at that. She's got the vest. Again, I have a feeling she's going to light up over here somewhere. And this little thing here on the chest. Because they all have to have a light up feature. They're not going to give you just a figure that it's not going to do anything. So they have to give you some light up. And the fact that his arm is blocking, I think it's going to be on the belt, because he has it over here too. He has it over here. I don't remember if these light up. I think they do. I think the whole thing lights up. So, really, really good news. Really, really exciting news right now for this stuff. Who in the chat was not expecting these figures to be made? Because I know I could tell you right now, a lot of people didn't even think about them being announced. I know that for a fact, because again, I remember being on the streams and in the chats, and people were, oh, they're not coming, they're not making them. And so I remember a lot of people saying that they weren't. So who in here right now was expecting them to be made? Let me know. Because I know, like I said, I know a lot of people are, no, they're not, no, they're not. And I was like, oh, yes, they are. They have to. And again, you always have that doubt in the back of your mind, because Hot Toys leaves you hanging. Again, going back to the Endgame team suit line, they left people who really wanted them hanging. And so people said, you know what? Let me get them customized. Let me make my own. Let me put, So I think somebody used the Tony Stark body on a Black Widow head. That's how desperate they were to complete the line. I'm waiting on. She's coming. It's funny. I'm surprised that they haven't made Miss Marvel yet, because she's coming. She has to come at some point. But the fact that she wasn't even announced, that's not good. I don't know. I mean, apparently the show didn't do well, but I saw that it didn't, and then I saw that it did. So I don't know where that came from. I watched it. I fell asleep, the last like 2 episodes, but she has to the figure has to be made because she's going to be part of the Avengers eventually. So and the show the Marvel. So maybe they're holding off and making her from the Marvels, but that's not something that Hot Toys does because they need that double money. So they have to give you, her original figure from her line. Same thing like they did Captain Marvel. They give you Captain Marvel from her movie, and then they gave you Captain Marvel from Endgame. So they have to give you that double. They have to take that double money. So I'm surprised that she's not released yet or announced yet. I was not. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people didn't. I'm telling you, a lot of people didn't because again, maybe because they know how Hot Toys is, but there was no way they were going to miss out. I thought it was. Yeah, a lot of people did exactly, because people just and a lot of people, believe it or not, were surprised that they made Reva too because they were like, oh, her character was not that good, her arch was blah blah blah, she wasn't great, this and that. So when they announced her, I was like, a lot of people, number one, are shocked, and number two, are going to use that as an excuse to say that they're not going to buy the figure because a lot of people do that all the time. They find a reason to detach themselves from the character on the show or the movie to say, oh, I didn't like her, I'm not buying her. When she was announced and she looked the way she looked, I was like, I don't care who you are, you're getting this figure because it looked that good. But again, I didn't expect, I don't know why Miss Marvel is not out yet. She and again, she may not have been liked by a lot of people, but she's going to be a big deal character in the future. So same thing with America Chavez. She's got to be announced at some point too. She has to be because again, these are future characters that are going to be, in movies eventually. So they have to give you their and I think America Chavez, I don't know. Again, she doesn't come with anything. You'll get a figure with some clothing, her denim jacket, and they may give you some background effect. Maybe they'll give you the back piece, the background piece that Hot Toys gives you, and give you like the star, as as her portal opening, her portal door. But what other accessories could she come with? You know what I mean? Unless it's something from Doctor Strange himself or something that, she's got to give. They got to give you something, not just hands and her denim jacket. So that's the thing, Same thing with Miss Marvel. What are they going to give you? They could give you, her gauntlets where the powers come from, and they could give you some elastic attachments, as hands. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why they're not giving you. They're not giving you anything. They're not giving us them to. But are they coming? They have to. They have to. It's very shocking that Ms. Marvel has taken this long when the show's been over for at least a month or over a month. So She-Hulk again. That's another one. She's tricky. I mean, is she coming? She has to. Again, another one. The thing is that with She-Hulk, she's going to be in the Avengers again eventually. And so they have to figure out, I don't know if it's a thing with women that they're not giving us. So you got, Ms. Marvel being a female. You have America Chavez being a female. Now She-Hulk, but again, She-Hulk is a different world of characters. She-Hulk is, number one, the figure is going to be super tall. She's going to be probably Venom height, Hot Toys Venom height. If not, maybe a little bit shorter, but I doubt it because I don't think there's any reason for them to make her shorter. But maybe, because Venom's supposed to be massive anyway. Obviously, her body's going to be a muscular body. I have a feeling, if anything, that should be a what do you call it? A seamless body. I think that would fit her best because of the type of character she is. Same way they did the Hulk, with the joints. It has to be seamless for figures like that. I feel like a one of those Fison bodies would be perfect for her. Obviously, done by Hot Toys. But those are the type of bodies that she would need to have to really feel like it's her. Again, very muscular. We were waiting now. I don't know if you guys are watching the show, but they teased the Daredevil helmet, which is gonna that yellow helmet, which is gonna be sick. That's gonna look incredible. next to the original dark red maroon suit. Another thing, I don't know if you guys, anybody here ordered the So Toys Kingpin. That is shipping for me. So that's going to be insane as well. What was the other thing? The She-Hulk body's got to be. Let me see what he's saying. A 23B1. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the 23B is because I don't really know those bodies, but you would because you're constantly putting stuff together. But anything Fison that's seamless, it would work because you want to get that feel of, same thing with the Hulk. Like I said, he's completely seamless, and you got the ratcheted joints in the elbow. When you bend the elbow, you hear click, click, click. So you want that, you want that, and you want enough like gap in between the skin and the joint. So when you bend it, it doesn't break or it doesn't rip. Polo Ralph, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. So again, I don't know if it's because of females. I don't know if it's because they didn't do well on the shows. Another thing that I'm noticing. So, for example, for the Hawkeye show, right? Talk about Hawkeye. How many figures did they announce from Hawkeye? And we're just talking about these Disney Plus series that they're giving us to give us background information on these new characters that are being introduced. They're using these shows to introduce these characters that are going to be appearing in the new movie. So instead of giving you all these movies for every character, they're giving you these shows instead, which is super smart. So once they star in a movie, you already know what their background is. So it's super, super smart. So my thing is, are they doing this for females specifically? Are they not doing this because, again, they didn't do well? Are they not doing this because there's not really much accessories they could give you per figure? It doesn't make any sense to me. But again, going back to the Hawkeye story. So from Hawkeye so far, we have Kate Bishop and we have Hawkeye, right? That's the only two we have so far from that show. So that's only two for one series, right? Obi-Wan, again, not comparing Marvel and Star Wars, but we're comparing series. So how many do you have from Obi-Wan already? So you have Darth Vader, you have Obi. You have so far 2, and now you got the other 2. That's 6, okay? What was the other series that came out? Miss Marvel, you got none. She-Hulk so far, you have none. What was the other series that came out? If you guys know in the chat, what was Moon Knight. Moon Knight so far only 1. Okay, so where I'm getting at with this topic is trying to see if there's a pattern of if they're making a specific type of amount of figures per series. So are they making at least 2? Are they making multiples? Are they making at least 4? You know what I mean? So, for example, now for She-Hulk, I would expect She-Hulk, and if Daredevil comes up, I would expect Daredevil. The Hulk I wouldn't expect at all. I think what we're waiting for is for the end of the series, once she gets her suit that's being made by the designer. Obviously the suit that she's going to be wearing as a superhero. I think that's what we're waiting for. I think once that's shown, I think they'll announce the figure. I don't think they're not going to give us. I don't think they're not going to give us She-Hulk because again, she's a big deal character. She's very, very important again for the new Avengers. She's going to be the new Hulk, I believe. So we're getting her. So again, how many figures do you guys will come out of that? Of She-Hulk specifically, right? Let's just talk about She-Hulk. But for whoever's been watching, how many figures do you think are going to come out? Like I said, I think Daredevil, once he's announced or he's shown or he appears, and She-Hulk so far. They show you Mr. Immortal, which that was like weird how they showed this guy, in there. They showed Titania as well. Again, she could be one, but I just feel like she's just a regular. I think for some reason, I think she belongs more in Wonder Woman than anything, because she's not even like a good like villain at all. You know what I mean? Like at all. They didn't even. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, but maybe they didn't even say like where she got it powered from. She was all of a sudden first episode she's fighting with She-Hulk. It's like what? So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they'll give her. They'll give you two females. Titania, since she's being a kind of like slight big role so far. She's been in a few episodes. Wong coming? If he comes on the series, I'll be very shocked, because that is the last place I would expect him from. If anything, he should be from any of the Doctor Strange movies first. Then they could give you, they want to give you Endgame, they want to give you, Spider-Man, whatever else he was on, fine. But I think he belongs in with the label of Doctor Strange, first and foremost. None. Yeah, that's the thing. But they have to give us something. They have to. There's no way that they're just going to skip over, Miss Marvel and America Chavez and She-Hulk specifically. That's one figure that, again, I don't think that they're going to miss out on at all. Absolutely no way. Again, big deal. And what I think what makes it even more obvious to me that it's coming is because of what they're using that show to push. You know what I mean? For those who understand what I mean. And so the things that have been happening on the show, with what's going on socially right now, I think that's even more of a reason for them to push that, that figure. Miss Marvel didn't really show, and if it did, again, I wasn't really paying attention much. So if it did show anything like that, I didn't really catch it, because again, I can tell you I fell asleep during the last two episodes, but I watched them twice just to kind of remember-ish a little, and I still don't remember anything from the show, to be honest. I just remember that they changed the storyline to how she got her powers. She's really supposed to have her powers like Carol Danvers has her powers through that, that power wave that got over her. I think it was from the Tesseract, if I'm not mistaken. So they changed her storyline to give her the same type of power, but through the gauntlets, through those bracelets, instead of, how Carol Danvers got hurt. So that's the main thing I think that happened that I remember from the show. But again, nothing crazy that's happening socially right now, that would really need them to push that figure out. But I could tell you She-Hulk is a bigger deal than that. So I think that's why she has to be made. There's no way around it. But again, Ms. Marvel is a mutant on the show. Oh, I didn't know. There's no way. There's no way, because she was just a young girl, and then once she put the bracelets on, that's what gave her the powers. So I don't know how she became. If that happened, I completely missed that whole thing, because I know that was the whole point of the thing, that she was just a regular girl, and then she got her powers through the what do you call it? Through the those bracelets that she found, and then that was one of the things that they were talking about, because again, she's really supposed to be mutated by something. But on the show, like I said, she puts on these things, and that's what gives her power. So then I got to watch it again, because I don't remember at all. That was another one. Yes, we got two from right. So that's another thing. From Falcon and Winter Soldier. Again, just Bucky and Falcon. That's it so far, at least. That was another figure that's going to ship soon. Is U.S. Agent. John, what the hell's his name? John, oh my God, I forgot his name. John, whatever his name is. John Walker. And so he's shipping, Toys R Us shipping him soon as well. And so that's another figure, again, not from Hot Toys, obviously, but why wouldn't Hot Toys, and I think I think that figure is coming. U.S. Agent. Eventually, if it's not from the show, because remember the U.S. Agent figure is the dark, the black suit, not that light blue one that they had in the beginning. So I think that's coming eventually as well, either from the Thunderbolts or from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, which I think a lot of people, even though they disliked him as a character, I think that figure is going to look really, really good. Really, really good. William. They said in the last episode, even played X-Men animated, so... Oh, I remember that a little bit, I think. But wow, I don't remember her being a mutant. Did she start off the show as a mutant? Is that I don't think. Let me know about that, if she started the show as a mutant, because I don't remember that at all. The bracelet connected. Yeah, it had something to do with that. It had something to do with the same energy that the 10 rings had, and they connected those things to the 10 rings. Absolutely. That I remember. It's in the first current Marvel finale. Okay, so I gotta check that out again. Like I said, the last 2 episodes I was like, oh, this freaking thing is so boring. That would be neat way to tie and check. No, I think that's what I think it did. It had to do with that same type of energy from the 10 rings. Tuli's 100% right, because I did see that as well. So yeah, so it's 100% connected in that way, that same energy. I just don't remember the whole thing William's talking about the what do you call it? Her being a mutant from the beginning. That I don't remember at all. I think I would have remembered that, because I remember the first couple episodes I was like, all right, let me see what this is going to be about. And then that's when they didn't say anything about mutant until her token white friend said, oh, so maybe was it that the bracelets made her a mutant, or she was already a mutant prior to putting the bracelets on? Let me know if they talked about that, because like I said, I don't remember any of that. That's crazy. But I mean, not that it wouldn't make sense. I get it, but like I said, from the beginning, she was supposed to be like just some girl who was obsessed with, Carol Danvers and blah blah blah. So I remember, that's what I remember. Anything about her being a mutant, I don't remember that at all, not even a little bit. But yeah, so that's another thing. So only 2 figures from what do you call it? From Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Again, you could do from Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. You could do the Kingpin as well, because he was on there. That's another figure that could easily make. But again, I think they're saving stuff like that for where they belong, which is Daredevil. So I already bought braces, helped on. Oh, okay. So all right. So yeah, see, I have to watch it again then, because I'm telling you, I didn't hear anything about her being. And again, if they said it at the end, I would think that it's because of the the braces made her. They souped up her body and obviously made her something else, which I get that. But in the beginning, like I said, they tried to play it off as she was just a little girl who was obsessed with Captain Marvel and this and that, and then once she puts those things on, then she was able to get her power. But because in the comics, that's not her powers at all. Her powers don't come from bracelets at all. She gets hit with that power wave or some type of power wave, like Carol Danvers. So that I know. But on the show, again, I wasn't really into the show much. I honestly thought it was super, super boring. So I didn't really pay attention much. So you may be 100% right, because I have no idea. It's just the MCU way of time. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Yeah, because I think that's another thing. There, I don't know if you guys heard. You're gonna have Wolverine and Deadpool 3 now, and I forget which movie or maybe show they were talking about trying to push in the whole X-Men thing. I just don't remember what either show or movie it was that they were talking about. Oh, mutation and genes and blah blah blah. But again, I can't remember. It was 100% on something. It could have been maybe that. I just don't remember. But it was like trying to start, hinting at the fact that the X-Men are coming, to the MCU eventually, which would be amazing. That would be really, really sick. Who saw the news on Wolverine being on X-Men 3? I think that's going to be insane. And I think that he's finally going to get his yellow, comic book suit. I think he has to wear it, even if I think if this is going to be his last movie, apparently. Even though his Logan movie was supposed to be his last, but I don't know how they're going to try to fit all that stuff into the MCU. I don't know what they're planning on doing with that, but it's going to be insane nonetheless. And like I said, I think it's only right because when they did the whole X-Force, they did all these. Yeah, he was supposed to be on Logan, so that's the thing. So I don't know how they're going to work that out, but how they did how they fit in like the entire X-Force in Deadpool 2, and everybody was their themselves like the comic book, and they had all these suits. So I think that's going to be the only way that he should show up in Wolverine in Deadpool 3 as Wolverine with the comic book suit. I think in the mask, because he's had he had the slight yellow one in Days of Future Past, but he needs the full blown yellow, with the mask, with the Wolverine mask. Logan does to the Deadpool move contemporary. So the time. Oh, okay. So yeah. So no, I know they're gonna figure out a way to make it make sense. They have to, but it's just cool to hear finally. Exactly. No, absolutely. That's gonna be sick. Easy answer. Very boom done. Yeah. They believe me. They however they fit it, they'll fit it. It's not gonna be like, oh, this doesn't make sense. And even if it doesn't make sense, you're gonna make it make sense in your head to be able to enjoy it and say this movie is so badass. Multiverse, yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying that he's supposed to be dead, and now he's coming back to the Deadpool 3 movie. But again, I don't think anybody's complaining. I think even if their way of putting it in is crappy, I think people are still going to be super, super excited and super happy that he's even in the movie, because a lot of people love not only Wolverine, but love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So I think that alone is going to be a huge, huge deal. Multiverse, so he could... Yeah, no, that'd be sick. That'd be really cool. And that's the one thing I'm excited about. Could be whatever they want to do, I don't care. The storyline could suck, I don't care, which they never have. But just to be able to see him in that suit finally will be worth everything. That movie probably, because Deadpool is going to be making fun of him and making jokes and taking shots at him about whether it's the claws, whether it's the suit, whether it's his hair. He's going to always make fun of him about something, because that's just who he is. So the movie's going to be really, really sick. I can't wait for that. There was something else that was shown. I'm trying to think. There was something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The movie could be Jackman and Reynolds playing Scrooge. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's another thing. You're going to get more figures. If you notice on the little little video that they made, the commercial clip, commercial video, he was wearing the Dusty outfit, the Dusty version of Deadpool outfit. So that could be, why didn't they just give him his regular red one? You know what I mean? So that means there may be a second Dusty suit, because that one looked completely different than the original Dusty suit from Deadpool 2. So that may be a second. There may be a 2.0 Dusty until maybe he gets, an upgraded red one, which is going to happen regardless, because every movie has been different. That's why we have one from Deadpool 1. We have one from Deadpool 2. So that's always going to happen. They're always going to upgrade and update things. So that's exciting. The Wolverine figure is going to be, I can tell you right now, it's going to be so sick. It's going to probably be some type of exclusive that it's going to give you, something coming out of the movie, or, maybe some battle damage head sculpt or something, or battle damage him, his helmet being battle damaged somehow. That'd be really sick. Bobby Ray, what's up, man? Marvel's going to be crazy with all the X-Men being... Yeah, that's another thing. Once they start that, forget it. Once you get your first MCU X-Men movie, insane. Insane. Because it's just, you're not going to get 3 X-Men. You're not going to get 4 X-Men. You're going to get all of them. And maybe not just from one movie, but over time, you're going to start getting all of them because they're going to show you all of them. You're going to get Beast. You may get Nightcrawler. You may get, you most likely going to get Cable at some point again because he belongs with the X-Men. You're going to get Bishop. You're going to get, what's her name? Oh my God, what the hell's your name? The blue girl. Mystique. You're going to get, who's the other one there? Fantastic Four. Yeah, Bobby Ray. That's another line that's coming too. Fantastic Four. You're gonna get probably Jubilee finally because she's been everywhere, but never. She's been in the movies a couple times, but never a figure. I hope Obi-Wan comes back to play Solid. Not for the. Yeah, no, I don't think she'll play that. I mean, that would be good to keep her as a character, but I doubt it. I think they'll recast for that character because she. It wasn't like it was her character for many movies, or it'd be cool because she was fine. I really liked her character in the movie. She did a good job, but I don't think so. I think they'll give you a whole startup. But again, you never know because they could have done that for Daredevil as well for No Way Home, and they recasted him, I guess, to keep the continuity going. So that makes sense. I wouldn't mind. It's not like I hate her or she did a bad job. Not at all. But you never know with these people. They, just to make things fit better or look better or be better on screen or whatever. I think, they'll recast or whatever. But it is what it is. Whoever they get, it'll be fun. But yeah, who else are they? Toad, Sabertooth, Gambit. You have Cyclops, Rogue. You have, I said Beast already. You have Professor X. You have Magneto. You're gonna have, how many villains are you gonna have? You got Pyro. You know who I want to see? Who I want to figure of really badly? Omega Red. Omega Red would be ridiculous because he's massive. Another one is Apocalypse, like an actual, comic book accurate Apocalypse, which he was a tall figure. Really thick, not like that scrawny figure he was in the movie. Give me Sabertooth is a good one. I actually made a custom Sabertooth because they never made him. So back then when those movies were popular, I made a custom Gambit. I made a custom Sabertooth. I made what else did I make? I made a few customs from those movies. Give me the Doctor Doom would be amazing for the Fantastic Four. The Thing would be amazing. I don't know. I mean, he's gonna have makeup on, so I don't think that matters. But Omega Red is I think such a badass, and I think he's got to be a pretty muscular guy. I mean, again, when you think about these when I think about these characters, I think about them in, like, for example, the arcade Children of the Atom. Okay, Omega Red was one of the characters, and obviously in an arcade, everybody's massive and muscular, so that's how I picture these guys. So Omega Red, Silver Samurai, that would be, even though we had him for the Wolverine movie, they never made him as a figure, and I don't think I think the way they made him as this huge robot, I don't know. I think they should have just made him as a as a what do you call it, as a mutant, an actual person, not this humongous robot that he had in the movie. X Factor, Apocalypse. Apocalypse needs to show up eventually. Diecast Doctor Doom, that would be awesome. Colossus, diecast Colossus. We know obviously Toys R Us made him, but a diecast would be insane. You know how expensive that thing would be? Holy crap! It would be like $400. But again, the fact that he's super tall, he's got to be like 6'2", 6'3", massive. Again, same thing. He was in the video game Children of the Atom. amazing character, super, super powerful. Who else was in that? You had Cyclops, Storm, Omega Red. You had the woman with the multiple arms. I forget her name. You had Iceman. Iceman's a good one too. Bobby, what the hell is his name? Bobby something. Pyro. Pyro would be good too. Would weigh in like 3 armor. Yeah, exactly. No, that'd be a sick figure. Even if they do, I mean, I would hope not, but even if they do like a power pose, like a power pose line or a diorama line with him, just him like standing there solid of pure diecast, amazing. But yeah, there's so many figures, so many figures that are that are gonna come, and they're gonna come. It's not like, oh, maybe they won't make the. They're gonna make everything possible. Once they open up the door for X-Men, you guys know how many characters X-Men has. There's tons in there, and so it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be so sick once they open up that door, because there's so much to come. There's and Fantastic Four alone. You got the Human Torch, you got the Thing, you got Mr. Fantastic, you got Invisible Woman, you got Doctor Doom. Who else do you have from that line? There's even from Silver Surfer. Oh my God! I don't know if anybody here owns that third-party Silver Surfer. It was out. I think it came out last year, either the beginning of this year or last year. I didn't buy it because it looked crappy and it was a third party and it came with the surfboard and everything. But I didn't get it because I was like, this doesn't look too good. I don't know if anybody has it, but if you do, let me know how it is. But a Hot Toys Silver Surfer, let me tell you something. Holy crap! Colossus, we said. Silver Surfer is going to be an amazing figure. That board is going to be humongous because it's got to be like super big, super long. So it's going to be this big, and he's going to be, because I don't think he's a big character. I think he's very, very thin. I don't even think he's like super, super tall either. I think he's about 6 feet, 6'1" maybe. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. The chroma didn't match the body. Yeah, see, I when I saw it, I was like, this looks crappy. I was like, there's no way. And it looked like it was not that shiny, silver color. It just looked dull. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not even going to bother. And and when that figure was announced, I was getting like 95% of like everything. And so even seeing that, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not even going to bother. I was like, there's no way I'm going to bother getting this figure because I knew I was going to regret it. And it was just going to be taking up space and I was like, you know what? No, thank God I didn't. Daniel Lopez, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. How you doing? So that's going to be a good one as well. And I think I heard, maybe I'm wrong, but I think I heard that he may appear soon on something. Silver Surfer. I don't remember what it was he was supposed to be on, but I heard that he was gonna appear on what do you call it, on some movie, I believe, or maybe they were talking about the chance of him maybe appearing on something. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. But I think he may be coming soon for on something. I'm gonna try to pull up this Silver Surfer figure. Let me see. Here it is. Oh, it's ADD Toys, and I just got that ADD Toys. What do you call it? ADD Toys Venom figure that came out. That came out with the base and the two head sculpts and all that stuff. It's gonna be my first ADD Toys figure. This is it right here. I don't know if you guys could see. I can't zoom in, but look. So yeah, exactly what Bob Dylan said. Commander Green, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Look, so the head is shiny, like Bob Dylan said. It's got more shine than the body does. Look at the board, how big. It was just going to be massive. And look at that base. It's supposed to be like a cosmic base. I don't even know what these effects were for. Oh, there they are. See, you get these. So this, I guess, is supposed to be in the back of the board. And these are supposed to, this is the back of the board. And these are for his hands. I don't even know. He's got the fire effect here. He's got effects here. He's got them here. But again, this is not, if you look at this is not the effects that you get. Tuli, 8 spots, guys. 8 spots so we can run this thing. 8 spots and you win diecast of your choice. 1/6 scale diecast of your choice. 8 spots, Tuli. Thank you for asking, my friend. But look at this thing. This, you can see this is photoshopped here. This is 100% not that at all. Because this is hard plastic. And look how they try to blend them in here to make them look cool. So the figure, in my opinion, very, very cheap looking. You get a little mangina here, which is kind of weird too. I didn't like that. It's like, that looks really awkward. You have any game? No, I never even watched the show. I never bought anything of that. I never bought anything of the Lord of the Rings. I never bought anything of what's the kid? The little wizard, I forget his name. What the hell's his name? I forget. I always forget that movie. Bobby Ray. Yeah, exactly. No, it's like you could tell this was just so cheap. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Even the base. Usually bases like sell me the figure, even though like I don't get big bases. The bases sometimes are cool. I was like, nah. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother with this. And look, even the torso. If you look at the torso, Harry Potter. Yes, big dog. Thank you. Harry Potter. I never got into that. And what was the other one? Harry Potter and Final Fantasy. None of those things I ever got into. I've never seen a single Insane One. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. I never watched any of that stuff. Never caught my attention. Never, ever. Surf your fingers. Thanks, my friend. So this look at the torso. It looks like it's like weird. It looks like you chopped off half of the body and you put it together. And you like attached to somehow. Look, it's like it doesn't even match. They did something here very weird. So I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but it's just really, really bad. So I'm glad I didn't get it. I was like, oh man, I was like, watch, it'll be one of the figures that, that'll do really well and it'll be a really popular figure and I'll miss out on it. And I didn't care. Because I was like, there's nothing sexy about the figure. There's nothing appealing about the figure. There's nothing like, oh my God, I wish I had. If the shine, like Bob Dylan said, if the shine would have been all over, like that glossy shine, absolutely. I think it would have been a lot better. But it really wasn't. It wasn't a good figure. This thing, I don't know if you guys saw my pictures. Guys, if you guys have not gotten one of these and are debating on getting one of these or, would like to know about one of these, let me tell you something. This trooper is probably one of the most amazing troopers they ever made. Okay? That's number one. The height on this thing, amazing. You don't need a base for this whatsoever. It stands on its own all day, every day, really sturdy, no problems. Number 3, the elbow joints. The tightest joints you'll ever feel. The thing for me to bend the elbows, I was like, oh my God, I was afraid to break it. It was so hard. And the things, my comment was when I posted it in my group, 1/6 Evolution, if you guys haven't joined, I said, this thing may have well been die-cast because this thing is beautiful. It feels like it's already die-cast. It's so heavy. There's metal showing everywhere, which, I don't know if it's metal or not, but it feels like there's some type of metal there. They could have just made a die-cast and this thing would have sold even better. But you need at least 2 of these things. If I had room, I would get a second one. That's how good it is. Yeah, beautiful trooper. Beautiful. Is it? I'm telling you, Tuli, every trooper is pretty much the same thing. Every regular trooper is the same style, different panels, different helmet, different attachments, different accessories. Like you got the, you got the commander with the little piece here, the orange piece here. You got, whether it's the leader. It's always slight differences. This thing is an entire world on its own. This thing is amazing. Amazing. I didn't even put the batteries in, and I saw somebody who posted it with the batteries in. It looks even better. I didn't need the batteries, and the thing was super, super nice. With the batteries in, it looks a billion times better. The weight, the height, the look, the bulk, I'm telling you, amazing figure. Amazing trooper. In my opinion, best trooper out. From all like the basic like stormtrooper and clone troop, best trooper out. Even better, the difference between the Death Trooper and this trooper is, I think the Death Trooper is a little sexier. It's a little more sleek, a little slimmer. I like the helmets in those a lot. But this here, when it comes to size, mass, height, everything, overall, I give this, I think, a 9 out of 10. That's how good this trooper was. I was able to hold a new bomber off the ground in his hands. What? I was able to hold new Boba Fett off the ground in his hands. What do you mean, Insane One? I was able to hold new Boba Fett off the ground in his hands. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, really? Wow. You should post pictures. How come you don't post anything? I want to see. Thule. I just cropped one. Oh, did you? Yeah, no. Where'd you get yours from? Sideshow? I was happy with my photo. Oh, was it you that said don't mind the fingerprints? I saw somebody. I think it was you. Somebody posted their picture of their Dark Trooper, and they said don't mind the fingerprints. But I didn't see if that was your picture. I didn't remember seeing fingerprints. It didn't even look dirty at all. Maybe that was you because you saw them in when you had it in hand. But in the pictures you couldn't really tell unless I guess if you were looking for them. But I didn't see any. If that was your picture that I saw. I remember seeing it. I saw it a couple of times in different groups, and I was like, and every time I came up, I kept reading. Don't look at the fingerprints. But I'm like, what is he talking about? I didn't see any fingerprints. But I remember seeing that. I did there. Yeah. Oh, you did. I got to check then. You never tagged me in anything. That's not fair. You're not my friend. Sideshow was cool. Oh, Sideshow. Okay. I just had to pay one. Oh, that's awesome. I'm telling you, this trooper, so nice, man. So nice. One of the nicest troopers. And again, the mass, the bulk, the size, how it feels in hand. It's sturdy as hell. It's not, flimsy where the ankles, for you to stand it up, you got to keep messing with the ankles or, mess with the leg. No, you put it up, you set it, and it just stands, and you could tell it's just solid. The weight on top, because he's got a lot of upper body weight because all the bulk is up top. I'm telling you, such a great figure. Great figure overall. Very happy with the figure. And like I said, but I didn't even end up using the base that it came with. See this base? I ended up using just a regular oval base because it would just be even taller than it already is. And even with the flat base that I used, it's still taller than Moff Gideon because I have him right next to Moff Gideon. It's still like, I want to say about an inch taller than Moff Gideon. So imagine with the base, it would have been like 3 inches taller. So I didn't even want to bother with the taller base. So I did an oval base. So I would love a second one to put on the other side of Moff Gideon, but they're so massive, and there's so much more stuff coming that I don't want to just keep taking up room with more doubles. That's my bad. The new social media. No, I was just kidding. No, but I want to see if you could send it to me before I forget. Send it to me so I can look at it. I picked one up at one of the local shops. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, there weren't. This is something that you want to have at least 2 of because they just look really. You could have Moff Gideon in the middle and then 2 of them, one on each side. I'm telling you, on a D12, like those people who just have 1 or 2 figures per D, it will look incredible. And it doesn't come with anything. Couple of hands. See here. You got the base, you got the hands, and you got the gun. That's it. That's it. All right, cool. Thank you. I'm going to check it out when I'm done. Look at this. Just such a nice figure. Look at that. And I can't wait for the one from Luke, from the Mandalorian Luke, that half a piece. You know, when he chopped it up, that's gonna look, that little diorama piece, that's gonna look really, really nice too. Really nice. So having those two next to each other is gonna be so sick. This one right here. Having two of these displayed with Luke as well, at least two of them, and then with that sliced piece from his figure, the little diorama piece, amazing. Look at that. Mandalorian, look at that. Look how tall he is. The Dark Trooper. Super, super tall. Yeah, so nice. One of the best troopers ever made. I'm telling you right now. Everything about it. You know what it reminds me of? A cyborg Superman. I don't know why it comes to mind, but that's what if you had like a Superman like head on it and like, you know, you painted it, it would just look like a cyborg Superman. It's cool how the gun oh, really? I didn't even know that. That's a good idea. I didn't know that. I just grabbed the gun right out and I put it right in his hand. So that's cool. That's nice to know. Big dose. Yep. And this one comes apart too. Oh, what do you mean it comes apart? I don't know what that means. Oh, like you could like what? Take the arms off and the legs off and stuff. I didn't know that either. See, when I get figures, I open them. I don't. Depends on what the figure is. I don't check the manual ever. I just see what it comes with, put it together, take my pictures, take my video, put it in the shelf wherever it's gonna go, and then take pictures and video from the shelf, and then that's it. I don't really play around with them too much because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm gonna mess up something or break something trying to do something stupid. So that's why I don't really mess with them much at all. So I just open it and comes apart in half. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Did you take pictures of that? If you did, let me see. Future upgrade for battle damage. No, that's cool. I had no idea. I know somebody. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if they ruined the figure or not, but this figure here. This figure here. No, it's not what's new here. It's again, I didn't try it. I didn't try it because I didn't I wasn't gonna ruin it, but somebody wait, this is not it. Come on. Somebody I'm gonna show you guys. Somebody took apart this thing, okay, from the torso. So from here, they pulled it off, okay, and then they put it down here as to reenact the scene, to redo the scene from the movie where it was just his half a body coming out of the tombstone. And I was like, oh wow, I was like, is that part of like the figure that you could do that? But when I got mine, I was like, I didn't even try. I was like, I don't know. So I didn't even bother doing that. But I saw somebody who did that. It looked incredible. There's a thing about it. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's sick. No, oh, okay. If you do, let me know. Send them to me. Random. Just got Dusty. Deadpool runner. Oh, wow. That's cool. Look, guys. Hook up right there from Bob Dylan. Thank you, Bob Dylan. Look at that. 119. And Dusty Deadpool, a lot of people, I don't know why that figure took so long to sell. But that figure is really, when you have the red one and you got that gray one, let me tell you something. They look really, really nice together. Really nice. And you get the neck bomb. You get the time travel thing from Cable. You got a lot of cool accessories with that. So it's really, really cool. A lot of enabling happening. Yeah, Bob Dylan. Thanks for bringing the crack to the party, friend. Unbelievable. You're going to call you Crack Bob. Oh, man. But yeah, no, this thing. So I don't know if you guys know anything about that, because I sure as hell don't. But they pulled off the whole half of it, the whole top here, and then they just placed it down here. And I was like, that is awesome. I was like, that is. So I thought it was part of the figure. I was like, oh, maybe you could do that and take it apart. So I don't know. So if you guys do know about that, and I didn't even know. Again, I don't put the batteries in any of the figures. But this base, when it's lit up, amazing. Amazing. I just saw it, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Somebody had posted their pictures with it lit up, and I was like, wow. I was like, it looks beautiful. I didn't even know the base lit up. And if it did, it didn't matter because I didn't put batteries in anyway, and I wasn't gonna anyway. But I would have put them in just to take the pictures if I knew. That base lighting up is beautiful. Gotta make others to spend money. This guy. Unbelievable. You can do it. What? Split the torso? Pull it apart? I didn't know. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. One time. Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't. That's why I didn't bother. I was like, I'm not even going to try. I was like, absolutely not. So, yeah, no. So, this is another base that was really, really sick. What else? There was something else. I have one of these figures too, guys. If anybody's interested, for the I think I put it for the raffle, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's on the raffle. But yeah, let me show you guys the raffle real quick. Hold on, just so we could get it going. It's been stuck on eight spots. 8 spots stuck. Nobody wants a die-cast figure. Unbelievable. Let me see. Let me see. Come on. What's going on? All right, here we go. All right, so let me show you guys what the remaining spots, well, the figures are going to be for the raffle, for the diecast raffle, because I think you guys hopefully will be interested and will want to join. So here's one. Rescue. Again, these are mostly die-cast, so you could pick from whichever ones you want. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just 8 people or 4 people get 2 spots each, and it's runs. Are you ready? Yeah, exactly. Somebody got 5. I know one person got 5. Somebody else had about 3. I think Thule has 3. Yeah, it's $20. It'll run as soon as it fills the 8 spots. It runs. Everybody's all paid up, so I don't have to wait for money. So it's just 8 people or 4 people, and boom, it's done. Tremble Dust, what's up, man? So we got Mark 50. We got Venom Pool exclusive. You got I forget who was talking about it earlier. The War Machine Neon Tech. Look at this thing. Look how badass this thing is. Just because, again, I personally love the Mark 1 Iron Man War Machine. So you add the black and neon, forget it. If it would have been all black, it would have been even better. But, they have to do the neon tech on that. Beautiful figure. Massive figure. What a deuce. No one's scooping. Yeah, I know. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, we got 8 spots left. And as soon as like I said, every time it fills, I run it within the following 10 minutes after it fills. So I'm just waiting for it to fill up. It's been like a week and a half already, I feel like. And it's stuck at 8 spots. You get diecast Midas. You get diecast Iron Patriot. You get a diecast Mark 6, I think people are saying. War Machine. Mark 43, the reissue version. The reissue of the Mark 47. This figure is beautiful. This, I don't know if you guys remember when the first one came out for Homecoming. This thing sold out and it was going for like $1,200 on eBay. Everybody wanted one, and then they had to reissue it because they were like, "Screw this, we got to make that money." So that's where the reissue came from. I think mine's around. Which one, Robin? Your what? Oh, your figure from. Let me know when you get it. Mark 50 Neon Tech 4.0. This thing again. This is like a Mark 1 War Machine, but this is like even better. The weight on this thing, the height, the just how massive the figure is. The helmet is probably my favorite thing of the whole figure. This helmet right here. Look at this thing. The most. I wish that instead of having the head sculpt, it would just open up. The faceplate to be able to display it with having the head, the head sculpt in there or the face in there, and having that badass skull like markings on the bottom. I think that would have been so much better than just giving us the head sculpt separately. But again, that super badass figure. No Iron Man, no War Machine figure has the what do you call it? The fire effects like this one, which makes it even better. Neon Tech Mark 6. Again, another badass figure. I love anything black and anything. So you add black to something, it's gonna make it look sick. Deluxe exclusive Venom. It comes with all the differences. It comes with all these like extra things here, the tentacle things. And then you could also pick, if you win for $20, you could also pick any of these. Heimdall, Mr. X, Bucky, Tony from Endgame. This is She-Venom. Robin, Toys R Us Robin, and Black Mask. This is a DC figure, third party. Again, I have it out there. Really, really nice figure. A lot of accessories, a lot of stuff. You could use these things for other figures as well. Somebody like Bob Dylan could use a lot of these things to make his own Frankenstein creation. And I added this today. I thought for some reason it was already in there. So this is Silver Centurion from Iron Man 3. It's not die-cast. But the reason why I added it, number one, I didn't know I had it. And number two, I don't know if you guys saw that this is coming out. This is going to be coming out. Let me see. Not that one. Not that one. No, I gotta get this one. Where is it? That's the Mark 5. Where the hell is it? They're coming out with the suit up one. If you guys, I don't know if you guys saw. Let me see if I can find it. Starkiller, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. This one right here. There we go. So the reason why I added it was because I know there's plenty of people who are going to get this badass figure. This is diecast. So imagine having the full suit up one, right? You got the battle damage face. You got the battle damage chest plate. And look at that. Same thing. He's battle damage face, but there's no battle damage plating on it. So that's why. See, look at that. You get the empty. So you could have the other one. You could have this one like this. See, there's no battle damage, anything. So I figured, you could win it for $20 or 40 or whatever whatever you decide to play, how many spots you play. And then you can have both looks. You have this look. Yeah, he's shipping either today or tomorrow. So I can't wait for it to. And I don't know. It showed two versions of it. It showed one completely clean with the white suit, and then it showed one when he was all bloody. I don't know if it was that same figure or not, but I'm definitely gonna have him all bloodied up because if you could do the same those two different looks, it's gonna look incredible. But yeah, I can't wait for him to come. That one and the what's the other one? The U.S. agent from Toys R Us is coming as well. So yeah, guys. So that's why I added that one to the raffle as well. Because why the hell not? You know what I mean? If you get to have these, both of them, look at that. So sick. One die cast, one plastic, but you could get the different looks out of them. Look at that. See here, you got the full helmet on. Look at that. So badass. So, yep. So, like I said, if you don't know about the raffle, it's $20 a spot. I could tell you which spots are available right now. So we have number, because a lot of people, they like their specific number. So we got number 12, number 16, 17, 19, 22, 23, 27, 28. So everybody's paid off, like I said. If you get, obviously, the more the better. You get more chances. And still, even if you buy $80 worth of spots, 4 spots, and you win, you're winning a $200 plus figure for $80. And like I've said before, because I've heard this from people, I have all the figures. Well, for $20, $40, $60, $80, $100, you win a $300 diecast figure, and you sell it for $200. You just made $100. So it's just a no-brainer. So yeah, that Kingpin does look. I can't wait. And Social Toys has been killing it with the head sculpt. So I'm so excited to get that figure. It's going right next to Daredevil and Ghost Rider from the show. KP. Yeah. Yep. Great figure. So yeah, guys. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. The fact that those figures came out. Really, really cool. Waiting on the line. Oh, okay. Which one? Kingpin? Oh, good. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for those figures to come. The like I said, U.S. agent from Toys R Us is coming as well. So that's going to be amazing. I already have a plan for it. I don't know if you guys saw that on the show. He was in the military outfit first. So the figure, the Toys R Us, it's called Toys R Us Patriot. The Patriot. He comes with two different figures, two different head sculpts. So he comes with the one with the helmet like Captain America, and then he comes with this regular head sculpt. So what I want to do is I'm going to get one of my military figures. I have one specifically in mind, and for some reason I don't know where the hell I put it, and I can't find it anywhere. But I got to find it. It's actually this figure that I'm planning on using for the regular head sculpt to have him in the military outfit. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean first, and then John Walker. So I want to show you guys what he looked like on the show before he got this outfit, because he was in the military in the camo right here. So this here, I'm gonna use the spare head sculpt. Commander Green, thanks for being here, my friend. Have a good day, brother. So I'm gonna use the spare head sculpt, this one, on one of my military figures, and the one I'm talking about specifically is this one. I just can't find it right now. I never, believe it or not, I've had it for years, brand new, never opened it, never decided to use it for any reason, and I still have it brand new, and I was going to sell it actually, and I just said, you know what, I'd rather just keep it, just because it's more meaningful to me than getting rid of it. what is it? The Tears of the Sun. This figure. This figure right here. So I think this is a cut. Is this the actual figure? No, this is a custom. Yeah, I was gonna say because that outfit looks crappy as hell. That's definitely not it. I'm gonna show you guys the original figure. It's Bruce Willis. It's a Bruce Willis figure, and the figure is really, really cool. But again, I have no room to put it anywhere with my military. Just nothing fits in there anymore. So that's why I never opened it. Oh man, it's not here. What the hell? It wasn't Damn Toys. What the hell? Is it this one? No, this is not it. This is ugly. Oh man, what the hell was the company? Was it Art Figures? No, it wasn't. Let me see. Art Figures. Tears of the Sun. Is this it? No, it's not it. Where the hell? How come I can't? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Google it. Yeah, it's not here. Let me Google it real quick. 1-6 Tears of the Sun. Well, I guess there's multiples, but the one I have, oh, here it is. Bow. I have the Bruce Willis one. I don't know if you guys know about this figure, have ever seen this figure, or own this figure, but this figure is, look at it. So, I don't know if you guys know anything about art figures, but these figures have been around forever. They still make figures right now. And these hands here were such a pain in the ass because there's a what do you call it? A piece of metal in the finger that allows you to bend it and straighten it. And it's a nightmare to try to put these gloves on. Nightmare, because I have other ones. But my point is that I'm going to use, hopefully the head sculpt will work for this body. If not, I got to take the figure apart and put it on a different body. Maybe this. Or maybe this, since it's been sitting here for so long, I got to use it eventually. So I'm definitely going to put that together and use this outfit as, like I said, as the see. So it's like that. So I'm going to have him just like that. Hopefully, I can find a USA patch somewhere from another figure, which I should have, another Art Figures military figure that I have. So that's my goal. So I'm going to use that outfit for John Walker's head sculpt. And I also have this figure too. Let me see. I have this one as well, which is again very, very old. Let me see. Which I never used. I never used it either. So, this one. Yeah, so I could get the patch, the USA patch from this figure, which again I still have brand new, never used it, never opened it. Delta Force, this figure right here. So I can use this patch and put it on here somewhere, glue it on somehow, and there's my John Walker. So again, this figure I've had for many, many years. Never opened it. Still have it sealed. So that's why I have so much military stuff I showed you guys last time. Because my thing was straight military at one point. Like I was buying everything military. So the fact that I could use, that USA patch on the other figure, making a John Walker. Very, very excited about that. All right, guys. But thank you guys for being here with me today. I appreciate you guys always being here. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, comment, share. You can find me on Instagram, Fabs Figures, TikTok, Fabs Figures. I'm almost at 8,100 followers on TikTok, so 10,000 coming soon. I'm almost at 1,000 on here. I have 960 subscribers, I believe. So I got 40 left to go. Thank you guys for those who subscribed. Like I said, if you haven't yet, please do. I appreciate it. Yeah, military figures were amazing. Amazing. I have a whole thing. Two shelves that's like 60 that are displayed, and then a few more that I didn't yet. Insane One, thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate it. Tremble Dust, thanks for being here, my friend. Talk to you guys later. All right, guys. So thank you guys. Robin, thanks for being here. Guys, so thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.